Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Jake. This is Press to Play, and holy shit. Major news dropped a little while ago. The Snyder Cut is happening. Justice League's Snyder Cut, or as they're calling it, Zack Snyder's Justice League, will release on HBO Max in 2021. I'm not seeing an actual specific release date yet, but it is coming this year on HBO Max. This is kind of insane news. Now, let's just set the table straight here. I wasn't a huge fan of Justice League. Did I hate it? No. Did I love it? No. But it was okay. I hate Batman vs. Superman. That is one of my least favorite movies of all time. But in that movie, I really loved how they portrayed Batman, minus the killing people stuff. That didn't really jive with me. But overall, the character of Batman, Ben Affleck's interpretation of Bruce Wayne in Batman, I really loved. So that part of Justice League was one of my biggest issues, is I didn't really like what they did with his character in Justice League. Overall, people for the last 3 years have been clamoring for the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut, hashtag release the Snyder Cut. It's happening, it's happening. What a lot of people have understood is that there is a cut out there. There was a cut that was put together at one point. Zack Snyder has a cut of his movie the way he wants the story to play out, right? But it was never finished. Not all of the post is finished, so the VFX was gonna look bad or non-existent, or you know, you got bad CG or some animatics and stuff like that, where it was not a finished movie. But some people thought that it was finished and they should just release it in theaters whenever they can, or drop it on whatever. There's been a lot of back and forth with a lot of different groups of people, but the Release the Snyder Cut fans are consistent. They have been here for 3 years clamoring and begging and asking for this, tweeting out every day, release the Snyder Cut this, any little tiny bit of information that could possibly point to the fact that the Snyder Cut was going to happen. They were on top of it, right? Now, recently it came out that in order for HBO or for Warner Brothers to finish Zack Snyder's movie, it would cost $20 to $30 million. That doesn't sound like a lot in the grand scheme of things with a comic book movie, but that's a fair amount of money. Like, the studios don't just have money lying around, right? They've got specific budgets for specific projects. I would love to know what sparked them to actually pull the trigger on Zack Snyder's Justice League. As much as I didn't care about it, I haven't cared about Release the Snyder Cut this whole time. With the HBO Max coming on, the rumors of it potentially being on there, I kind of thought, why not? I sort of thought they would just put out the movie as it is without all of the posts and stuff and just be like, here's your Snyder Cut. It wouldn't have cost them really much of anything at all, and they could have just put it out and been a big marketing thing for HBO Max. Of course, a week and a half or so before HBO Max comes out, they drop this news. Definitely a marketing tactic. I think it's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see what differences Zack Snyder's would have had. I've heard from a lot of different places that it was going to be a lot darker, which kind of falls in line with Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, so I'm really curious to see it. I'm not like, oh my god, I can't wait. I can't believe they're finally releasing the Snyder Cut. I've been wanting for this for 3 years. That's not me, but I am hella curious to see what they've got coming out for us. From what I'm understanding here, it looks like they are actually going to put in the money, put in the dollars, and finish this thing for HBO Max. When this happens, I'm going to be there day one watching this, because I've got to check it out and review it and compare it to how I felt about the actual theatrical release of Justice League, and see if all of this social media clamoring ends up being worth it. Everything Warner Brothers and HBO is putting into this, is it going to be worth it? And how does that affect the DCEU in any way? Will this blow up and become very fun and exciting, and then they're going to start bringing back their plans for Superman? I don't know, because right now they don't have any plans. The DCEU is kind of in flux in a weird way. So I'm really curious to see what they end up doing with this, what ends up coming from it. I don't know. Justice League was the last one where I was kind of like, it's okay. And since then, I've really liked everything the DCEU has done. So going back to it, we'll see. But I'm going to be there day one. Whenever they announce an actual release date for this thing, I'm stoked. Have you guys seen the announcement? Have you read through it? Have you been the ones in the Release the Snyder Cut movement? Have you been clamoring for this? Have you been wanting to see this movie for the last 3 years and you've been passionately arguing for it? Or do you not give a shit at all? I'm really curious to find out. Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to be the first to know when I upload a new video. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Press to Play OK. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.